Welcome back to Smash Suggestion Box, where we discuss our opinions on possible ideas for Super Smash Bros. DLC for the Wii U and 3DS. We discuss lots of Nintendo characters and even a couple indie characters. Today we're going to go full-on third-party. The character I'm picking will be none other than Bayonetta, aka Cereza, from the Bayonetta series. My personal #1 choice for Super Smash Bros. DLC. Many years ago, Cereza lost her mother and father and was raised by the Umbra Witches to help defend the world from the Angels of Heaven, who were apparently bad guys in these games. During her time defending Earth, Purgatorio, from the monsters of heaven, Paradiso, an accident occurred in which she lost her memory and took up the name Bayonetta. She continued to fight against angels, but never really knew why they were even after her until she re-encountered her old friend, Jean, who wasn't all that friendly when they reunited at first. They fought, Bayonetta traveled through time to meet herself as a child, then she met her father, then regained her memories, and now fights the good fight, knowing who she is and why she does it. The plot of the first game is confusing as hell, but it is helped a lot by the second game, smoothing out many of the plot holes from the first game. Combat of these games have all been in the vein of Devil May Cry in terms of highly stylized action involving a multitude of ridiculous weapons, combos, and powers to defeat enemies in really cool over-the-top ways. Bayonetta was originally a non-Nintendo entity until Platinum Studios needed to fund a sequel, but was turned down by most other publishers. Nintendo, wanting to take the risk on the Wii U themselves, decided to pay for Bayonetta 2 to get the game made on the Wii U as an exclusive. It was regarded by many critics as one of the best games of 2014, and it's certainly one of the best character action games to date. With all that said, let's discuss what of the many moves Bayonetta possesses could be used for Super Smash Bros. First, what kind of class would Bayonetta be in? She is tall and could easily be considered a large character, but she's also really fast and light on her feet, meaning she could be more of a fast character. I guess I would put her maybe in the middleweight category. Now, weapon she'd use. I'd say the default gun would make the most sense, but then we'd miss out on all the cool combos that exist for the swords, bow and arrows, gauntlets, whips, and so on. You could easily mix all of them into one moveset, but given how many moves each weapon has, that would really overcomplicate things quite a bit. Alternatively, one option would be to have a couple different movesets and just alternate between them using Bayonetta's taunts. This would require a bit more work on the character, but it would fit with her playstyle more than just sticking to her default guns. Additionally, she'd probably have many Nintendo-themed costumes from the Bayonetta games themselves. For simplicity's sake, let's just talk about the concept as if she's just using the standard gun. If you want us to revisit this topic for alternate movesets, just leave a request in the comments or in our inbox, and we'll be sure to get to that down the road at some point. As for the actual specific moves, the side B is the easiest for me to consider, as there are really only two valid options. The first of which would be her Beast transformation. She would transform into the Panther and dash/claw her enemies as she moved in that direction. In the air, she would just become the Crow instead. A second idea would be to have her doing her sliding kick, which could be directly in the air, allowing for more recovery. Speaking of recovery, I like the idea of her jumps being huge and allowing her to hover like they do in her games, similar to that of Peach's hover, though with less damage. So the normal recovery special could just be another attack instead. The up special that makes the most sense to me would be the Wicked Weave attack, where a claw, foot, or fist comes up from the ground below and punches into the air to strike enemies. If this was used in the air, the Wicked Weave attack would spike enemies downward, causing them to KO if there's nothing for them to land on. This could be also a down special, but I have something more fun in mind for the down special. If you wanted to, you could even make the Bowser Claw appear if she was wearing her Peach or Daisy outfit. The down special has a couple different ideas, but the one I like the most that is impractical and fun is the Breakdance Spin, where Bayonetta spins and fires the guns around. It's a fun move in the Bayonetta games that can deal a lot of damage if surrounded by foes, but it's ultimately more for style and less for combat. The neutral special is the one I'm having the most trouble deciding for that move. Two options I'm leaning towards: either using her guns normally like Fox or Falco, or having her use the Infernal Kiss, which is used to break down chapter barriers in the Bayonetta games, to stun enemies so she can hit them with a variety of other attacks. Either one's fine, but I think the second one fits the personality of the character better and lets the guns remain part of her combo attacks. When using physical attacks, I'd say holding the attack button also lets her actually hold the pose and shoot the guns at the end of the combo for a longer period of time, which is how it works in the Bayonetta games as well. This just leaves the final smash, and there are really only two options for this. You have the obvious climax, where she can summon demons through her her hair and have them attack the opposition on the stage. You can even have down an energy meter like in Bayonetta to deal extra damage, or you can do a more individual torture attack, Final Smash, where you simply hit an enemy and perform a signature torture attack. A third option exists where she could probably even do Witch Time and uses the time to beat up her foes and defeat enemies. Additionally, for dodges, Bayonetta turns into bats like she can in the game for that final bit of Witch Time. Perhaps include this mechanic where she dodges specific frames, the enemy who is being dodged slows down, much like if trapped in Witch Time, and this helps her perform counter offenses then. There are lots of fun ideas you can have with Bayonetta, and I'm only just scratching the surface here. She is a very deep and complex character in terms of combat. So why should she be in the game? First, more women in games is a positive thing, and more powerful women in games is a great thing. We have already seen plenty of strong ladies in Smash Bros, so why not add more? Additionally, this can boost the mediocre sales of the Wii U's exclusive that deserves those sales because the game itself is truly one of the best games on the Wii U I have played thus far in the console's lifespan, and one of the best games in the current console generation. But she's also obviously more unique than any of the other fighters in the game, with loads of variety for combos, moves, and abilities, and that we could be doing a second episode for her soon enough with more new ideas. And a character is literally dripping with ideas on how to be put into a fighting game. It's safe to say they belong in a fighting game alongside other gaming icons. Smash Bros would be the perfect place for her to show off that she's earned a spot next to Mario, Samus, Sonic, and Mega Man. Last generation gave us the unique styling of Bayonetta, and she honestly was the best part of the last console generation. The fact that she came back this time around and only got better shows there's far more potential with this character than any other publisher gave her credit for. But she isn't the only Platinum character eligible for a spot in Smash Bros, and we may be back soon to talk about that wonderful character. That's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to leave a comment below for your own Smash suggestions, or email them to evacstation@gmail.com. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back next time for more Super Smash Suggestion Box.